Hi, I'm Bran, and I love When Calls the Heart.
Hi, I'm Jax, and I like When Calls the Heart.
I'm Dan, and I despise When Calls the Heart, and this is the Deck
the Hallmark podcast.
Much better. Really good.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Man, we're back again.
Yeah, we are.
you okay?
I was just thinking about how we need to get like a new theme song and a new video.
Yeah, we probably do
Pain
need
is
those
gone.
things.
Maybe by
Yeah.
next week, first week of September, roll out some new stuff.
First week of September. So
Yeah.
you did 2 of the old one, and we're going to go the next week. You'll have a new one.
Well, I think so. Panda's. This is the first week without Panda. You want to ease people into it.
Clean break.
Clean break.
We don't
That's
talk to him anymore.
No.
Wait, sorry, who's Panda?
That's exactly right.
I've never.
We don't talk about Panda.
No.
Can we just superimpose my face over his body in all the videos?
You want to know what's crazy? You know, there's a movie coming out or is out called Fall, where someone's like falling off or something. I saw that the movie, they did deep fake to cut out 30 plus F-bombs to make it a PG-13 movie. So like you can't tell.
Cow.
So they deep fake, like they changed the person's lips and then ADR'd it. So it's like a lot of freakins. But they did.
And they put that in the theaters?
Yeah.
Deepfake
technology is.
I saw deepfake technology live.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my!
You saw them live?
It was an underground show.
Yeah,
you had to have a secret knock to get in.
Did the tech work down there?
It did work really well.
Wow.
It was so well, like I think it was a deepfake.
Wow. Well, you're back. You flew back down.
Yes.
How was the flight this morning?
I got to be honest. When Ted threw this idea at us to fly you down every week, I was
see you once,
unsure.
We did. Bramble Fest was wonderful last week.
So much fun.
I had a blast,
come
you
on,
guys.
wasn't it great?
It was so much
Oh my
fun.
goodness.
And when that thing happened,
Oh my gosh, you don't even. We can't talk about it.
we can't.
Well, you had to be there.
You had to be there. That's what the in-person tickets for.
Or
virtual.
You know what I mean? Or virtual. Yeah.
I'm still a little embarrassed about it.
No,
Whatever.
no. No one's gonna bring it up. No one's gonna bring it up. But you're here.
Yeah.
So, Ted,
So my flight was a little late. So Ted and I, we only got an appetizer at the Top House.
Wow, what'd you
So I
get?
could be here on time. We had artichoke dip.
Okay, artichoke dip.
Yeah.
Interesting. At the Chop House.
Yeah.
is
Interesting.
that his choice?
No, it was mine. Yeah, he's a gentleman.
Really swung for the fences.
Wow.
The artichoke
You
dip.
can get anything. You go to artichoke dip. Rig, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing great, Brad. Panda, it's nice to see you as well.
Again, it's not Panda. Panda's not with us anymore.
Oh, shiver me timbers. I'm really sorry about that. It's just tough to see
Do
it.
you remember her name?
I do. Jennifer.
Right. It's Jennifer.
Yeah, I'll get it eventually.
That's Jennifer.
You just, oh, it is. Oh,
Yes.
good. First try. Jen and Panda. Easy to remember.
That's exactly right.
Thank you.
Again, but Panda's not here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm doing great, though. Thank you for asking.
What's going on Fitzy's?
Oh, we just had the rat derby.
What's a rat derby?
We get rats. Here's the thing, is that DHEC
Yeah.
is the
What? They love it?
DHEC, they can't count the rats as being unclean if they're part of a derby.
I don't. Did you clear that with anybody? I don't think that's true.
Yeah, we made...
They can't. DHEC can't count. They legally can't count them.
They're pets. They're to race.
Right, but you can't bring a pet rat into.
It's above board and it's all on the floor. We put a chalk outline. There's glass barriers, and we cut the rats loose. Whoever wins, wins. My money's on you.
Is that the name of a?
You, yes, EWE, named after U-Bowl independent filmmaker. You should check out his movies. They're fantastic.
When's the next rat race?
Next week,
We're all
we got
kind
our
of.
C+, so we're good to go.
We're all kind of living in a rat race.
C+ is cool for rats.
Right.
Thanks, Brant.
Can I ask you this really quickly?
Okay.
See, you got a C+.
This seems a little long for my segment, but okay.
You got a C+.
Yeah.
Is that down?
To be fair, we got a C, and then Fitzy goes out there with a Sharpie and just throws a plus on there. I think it fools a lot of people,
We had a lot-
especially people that are betting on the rat derby.
And really quick, how was Boss Baby Fest?
Boss Baby Fest was wonderful. We had 3 conjoining hotel rooms at the Red Roof Inn. One room had the film playing.
film going, one had
the
speakers,
TV
the TV show,
and one had the Boss, Babies. Yes, they were all there in full suits and ties.
How many babies?
Tens
Of babies in one room at the Red
boss
Roof Inn.
babies. Don't call them babies. They're boss babies.
Okay. There was a room at the Red Roof Inn with tens of babies.
Tens of boss babies. They were organized. They're boss babies.
We can't keep doing this, Reg. We can't keep doing this. This is not safe.
C+. Rat Derby.
These are two different events. I'm
All in
fine
on
with the
you.
rat race, not fine with the Boss Baby Fest.
I can't call it Rat Race for legal reasons.
Because of the movie?
Yep.
When Calls the Heart, Season 8, Episode 2, it's called Honestly, Elizabeth.
It isn't. Is it really?
It is.
As if.
And it originally aired on February 28th, 2021. It went a little something like this. Little Jack is looking at a picture of Big Jack. And that makes Elizabeth sad because he's never going to know his dad because he's dead. She's supposed to meet Helen. That's Lucas's mom. To work on her book because Helen thinks that her book is she didn't say this, but she thinks it's trash. Lee hurts his back.
She doesn't think it's trash, right?
Spent a lot of time rewriting it.
Okay, go ahead.
Spent a lot of time working on that book.
Does she think it's trash?
Bran looked at me.
Just pick a side, Jack.
I think that she thinks that it could use some work, but it has a lot of potential.
There we go.
Bang bang. Lee hurts
We
his.
both think we're right.
Lee hurts
That's
his.
what Jax does.
Exactly
She never
right.
picks a side
Exactly
on
right.
That's why she's on the bubbly sesh for years and years.
Lee
That
hurt.
hit too close to home.
Lee hurt his back being excited to receive a large crate, but don't worry. Last season, Lee bounced back from a concussion in a day, so this is going to be no problem at all.
Easy peasy.
I'm fairly certain that Allie is into Robert. It makes us all sick to our stomach, and I'm sure we'll find out more about this later. This guy who made the delivery, his name is Joseph, and everybody in this town of Hope Valley is very chill with the fact that there's a random black guy in their very white town in 1917.
That's right.
Carson says that Lee is going to need a chiropractor, and they all assume that that's some kind of voodoo. Nathan,
2022.
That's exactly right.
No?
Nathan talks to Bill about wanting to adopt Allie ASAP before Dalen gets out of jail.
I'm Dylan.
Henry tells Lucas that he wants back into the oil business. And Lucas is as surprised as we were that the writers couldn't come up with literally anything else for Gowan to do this season. Joseph's car breaks down, so he takes a stroll through Hope Valley looking for gas. Everyone is skeptical of Fiona being able to cut hair, seeing as how she's never cut hair before, but immediately she makes everything better by almost cutting a guy's ear off. Robert got on a runaway horse, and so
Did you say horse?
Elizabeth goes to save him, gives him a stern talking to, in case you forgot that she's a teacher. Joseph sees a gas station for sale, and he's interested in living in a town that doesn't contain a single racist. Helen tells Elizabeth that her husband left and that Elizabeth doesn't know what to do about this and with this information. And she also says, you cannot tell Lucas about this. So she's in a tough spot. Gowan goes nuts when he assumes that Ned opened a letter. Ned is like, I would never. All of the boys in town decide to give Fiona a shot to cut their hair. So, good.
Well, the wives make them.
A little, yeah. Gowan caught a second wind, I guess, and returns to yell at Ned some more. As he leaves again, he falls. Carson tells him to see him. Nathan tells Elizabeth about land that he's going to buy and build a house on and live on. And that he thinks he can see them living on the land.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he clarifies that he means him and Allie, but we all know what he means there.
Have they been to dinner yet?
No. She says that it would be too hard to if you know he's in the Mounties, it would be tough if she ever had to say goodbye because of the Mounties. And he says, I love you. And also, I would leave the Mounties like yesterday. Elizabeth awkwardly says nothing and rides away on a horse. And that, my friends, was When Calls the Heart, Season 8, Episode 2. Honestly, Elizabeth. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back here on Deck the Hallmark. We're back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Deck the Hallmark. When calls the heart. It's a Thursday, and we're feeling fine.
We also, this has been a tough, I mean, we just did Bramble Fest, so we're kind of exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm zonked.
This is all fake energy right now.
Yeah, fake energy. Guys, let's talk about, and you had to fly.
Love this show.
That's right.
You had to fly back and forth, which is really... let's talk about Honestly, Elizabeth, the second episode of season 8. Once again, Jax, you have talked about this episode again years ago. By years ago, I mean year ago.
You have talked about this episode again years ago, is what you just said. Yeah. Are you proud of that sentence?
But let's do it again, shall we? What do you think about this episode of television, Jax?
As someone who's very clumsy and gets little injuries a lot, I found this episode to be a little triggering. Okay. First we have Lee's back injury.
Yeah.
They didn't even think to put a trigger warning at the beginning of this episode.
Unbelievable.
Come on, Tinker. You're better than that.
Thanks a lot, Tinker Donovan. We got Lee's back injury. Then we have Robert on the runaway horse, and then we have Hickam almost getting his ear cut off. So there was a lot happening. I actually really love Ben Rosenbaum. I think he's a really good actor, and I hope they use him in more things.
Hickam, boys.
Hickam. Panem.
Nice.
That's a deep cut, you guys. Thank you for the fans out there, for the real double-deckers. But yeah, this episode was fun. I actually thought it picked up a little.
Okay.
Especially because we got to see more of Tara Rothery, putting Elizabeth in a really impossible position. Yeah. A little
Tara
awkward.
Rothery shows up and it's just like, hey, good luck.
You're not even really dating my son, but I'm just going to dump this on you. Also, something about this episode that annoys me a little, not the content of it, because I think it's interesting, but there's this thing that's happening where Elizabeth is like, well, I made sure that my writing didn't interfere with my life. And as someone whose career is a very big part of my life and a big passion for me, it kind of irked me. Not that she shouldn't spend time with her son, because yes, my family and my friends are very important to me. Not that teaching, which is her other career, shouldn't be important, but baby girl, like, you got a book deal and you kind of have to put the time into it. So I like this episode a lot. It was very entertaining, but it was giving me a lot of, it was pushing a lot of buttons over here for Jax here.
So, Nathan said, I love you. That's great. Good. But let's get to what really matters here, which is what in the world is going on with Gowan?
No kidding.
I'm fascinated at all of what's going on. There's a lot of layers to Gowan right now. One is...
I'm sure he feels that way. Martin Cummins, I'm sure he feels that way too.
One is... He seems like he's on the verge of death, right? He seems like
very inebriated.
He's not doing well. He falls down at some point. He is very nervous that someone's opening his mail, and we don't know why.
Blood pressure, supposedly.
But the mail? That's not blood pressure related.
I feel like Martin Cummins, who I think is a really good actor, to get him to stay in the show, they're like, we'll let you do whatever you want. You want to do some deep character work, go for it.
I'm just telling you, people are going to cross-reference your Bubbly Sesh episodes with these. That's going to happen. You cross-reference Gowan from season 1, who is just a villainous, treacherous. This guy's like Otis the town drunk from the Andy Griffith show.
Yeah.
He literally's got a beard, and he's like, well, I don't know if you don't hit it. Like, he's got a super southern accent. What are they doing? What's happening? Why is he like this?
So, he's falling down. He seems like he's drunk or dying or both. He's paranoid someone's opening his mail, and he wants back into the oil business. I truly am fascinated with Gowan. My concern is that none of this is going to pan out to be anything. It's just going to be like, episode 6, all is well. We never get any clarification on the mail situation. I'm nervous about all of this. But as of this episode, that was gripping. I'm a big Gowan fan, as everybody knows. Gowan is back, as I've said, and so I felt really good about that in this episode. I can't really believe that Nathan said "I love you," and it didn't. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way that I watched it, but it didn't feel like a moment. It didn't feel like.
It didn't feel like he should say it.
He said "I love you," and she rode away on a horse, and it if you blink, you miss it almost. Like, it was so fast. And so, I don't know. Didn't see it coming, to be honest with you. But what can you do? So overall, fine again. Dan?
Yeah, the entire embodiment of When Calls the Heart can be found in the fact that Nathan Grant hasn't had time for a dinner with Elizabeth in 6 months, but did just say that I love you. And I'd quit my job. Speaking of livelihoods, I'd quit my job and my livelihood for someone I've not gone to dinner with yet. I don't know how we read that as romantic. That was real bad. That was like, for the first time in a long time, I was like, maybe I'm Team Lucas. Oh. That's how bad that was.
Wow.
This was bad television. Fiona's never cut hair. She's opened a barbershop. Nathan's never been on a date with Elizabeth. He says he loves her. Gowan wants back in the oil business. Tinker, if you're going to turn the ship around, let's start going ahead and steering it. Let's start going. Let's go ahead and get that U-turn moving, buddy, because it does not look good right now. But compared to last week's, more happens. So more bad is better than less bad, I think. Yeah. So bad.
You're so rattled, you're not even sure
I'm not even sure. Do I want more bad or do I want less? But you're right. I'm not sure. I got nothing. Bad television. That's all I
got. It is time for All the Feels. This is the part of the show we talk about one of this episode gave us feels. Jackson, any feels for you?
Yeah, I do. Okay. When Rosemary, we know how badly, or at least I do, she wants to have a child, and how much she really want to have a child. Sorry, I just didn't want to put that on you guys. But when she talks about, actually this is the heart feel for me, when she talks about hearing his little Jack's laughter. And I mean, I have never tried to have a child, nor would I like to, but I think that...
Wait a minute.
I love kids though. Yeah. But I can imagine that if that's what you want more than anything in the world, to not be able to do that and to want it so badly, my heart just goes out to her. And the way that Pascal Hutton played that moment, I thought was really beautiful. So that was all the feels.
Shout out to Pascal.
Yeah, she's good.
Guys, if you've listened for a while now, how much I love Allie. I don't think we give Allie enough to do. Stan. I'm an Allie stan. Yeah. I'm the one.
He's the one.
And you also know that I am the opposite of a Robert stan. I am Robert should kick rocks, I've put it on the record many times. The fact that I feel like they are getting us geared up, oiled up for those two to end up together, I am so mad about it. And God forbid I die tonight. And this is the thing that's on my mind. I don't know. I just don't you shouldn't play with a man's heart like that. That is wrong. It's wrong. These two kids should not end up together.
Well, speaking of them being kids, can I ask a follow-up? Do we know their age difference? Because he's a lot older than her, you guys.
In real life?
No, I think on the show he's already
Robert's been on the show for eternity.
Yeah.
So he's at least, I don't know.
My guess,
90.
I think there's probably my guess is probably a 2-year age difference.
I thought they were about Allie is a teenager and he's a teenager.
I thought that she was 13, 14 and he had already sort of graduated.
No. Robert's been taking the same 6 math equations.
Oh, okay.
My guess is he's 17, she's 15.
Okay, that's.
But that's just guesswork on my part.
16
and listen, maybe I'm misreading the clues here. Maybe I'm misreading things here. But if they do end up together, I just know that I do not support it, and I will renounce my stan of Allie.
Your Allie stanship.
Yep.
Wow.
I'll renounce it.
Man.
I'll renounce it.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
If that happens.
Stan?
What if they get married? What if they get married before Elizabeth and Lucas?
One, wouldn't be surprised, but two...
so many marriages can happen way quicker.
Yeah.
Jesse and Clara, get married.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Dan?
Elizabeth. Robert can't ride a horse. He's been in school for 100 years. Was he too busy kicking rocks to learn how to... he's got a dad who's active. It's not like he's an orphan who didn't have parents at home. How do you not know how to ride a horse?
Doesn't his dad... Doesn't he live on a farm?
Yes. How's he get to and from school every day? Don't know how to ride a horse? Get out of here, Robert. You've been on the show for 9 seasons. The show's only been around for 8. How do you not know how to ride a horse? Couldn't believe it.
And he wants to be a Mountie. Or did that not happen yet?
Not yet.
Oh, so sorry.
He says it.
He does want to be. Yes.
Okay, well, he should learn how to ride a gosh darn horse if that's the case.
I would say at the very least. And stop being the worst. Stop being such a D-bag.
Guys, I shouldn't read the comments. Apparently there's an Allie Robert love triangle coming this way.
Oh, you got to renounce your Allie Stanships.
I won't. I will.
Oh, no, you said.
Not until it happens.
Okay, all right.
I can't do it on hearsay.
I'm so excited.
I can't do it on hearsay, Dan. You don't just renounce stands on hearsay.
Calm down.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here. Take over. I think Payne is still watching the show like he said he would.
No. Gosh, no.
Welcome back, everybody.
He's a completist, though. He'll finish.
He might, but here's what he'll do is he'll watch it on like 2 speed. He'll find a way to watch it like at 2 times speed in the background, like to say he's done it.
Yeah.
That's what he'll do. Which is fair. I mean, it's more than I would do. I'm a completist. I thought so, but if you told me I was done, I would never watch another one of these. I want to be clear.
Yeah, fair. Let's talk about the wait whats. Things that in this episode made us say, wait, what? Jax, anything stick out to you? Here we go.
No, I do. I am curious. You guys have already touched on this. I love Fiona's chutzpah. And that she's starting a business where she's getting after it.
That's right.
She's going to be a big wheel, and she's starting her own business, and she's starting a business very smartly where she can hear men talking to each other about business, because I think she really wants to get into some other things.
Of course.
But it probably would have been a little bit better if she found something, maybe like shoe shining, that was a little bit easier and less of a skill set.
Something that you just know how to do.
You just know how to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've been working on phones, and now you're just going to cut hair. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how it works. No. So that was my biggest...
Well, the answer is it doesn't.
What? It doesn't.
It doesn't work. That's what happens.
Is that it, Jax?
Yeah, that's it for me.
So Gowan walked in, saw his mail, got mad, left. And then, for reasons unknown, comes back to yell again more. He left and came back. What happened after he left that made him go, you know what, I'm not done. Yeah. I'm not done giving Ned a piece of my mind. That was weird to me. That was weird. Weird to leave and then come back. I also don't know if you can just call Mounties. Hey, 1-800-Mounties. Yeah, I'm done being a Mountie. Is being a Mountie something you can quit? Because that's what Nathan's claiming he will do. Yeah. He'll call Mountie and say, Mountie, I'm done.
I think it is. It's more like a police force than it is like an armed service.
Also, like
I got to be honest. I am unsure what a Mountie is.
Quitting Mountie.
I'm also worried about the fact that, as we've all said, like they don't have much of a relationship yet, and we know he doesn't have even $1,000. I mean, $1,000 is a lot of money, but he doesn't have enough money saved to have $1,000, and he's supporting Allie, but yet he's going to quit his job. The only thing that I think he probably knows how to do, like that's grossly irresponsible.
Anyone can do that.
Anyone can do
it. Yeah, it's no big deal.
She's got an extra chair there. Why does she have 2 chairs at that barbershop? That's one of mine anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to run a barbershop. 2 chairs.
2 chairs, please.
I can cut 2 heads at once, can't you? Snip, 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 snip. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Just have 1 hand.
No, you plan for growth. You plan for growth.
Right.
You have the other chair to make it
somebody else that can't cut hair.
That's exactly right. Nathan might be on the job force scene. Dan?
Yeah, I know that she can't cut hair, but I would assume that at the very least you would know that when you cut someone's hair, you put that cape around their neck, not under their collar. Because if you put that under their collar, there's no reason that should be on them.
Yeah. You don't put it on there for the clothes, like to protect clothes. You do it to
literally protect the hair from getting in the clothes. That's how that works. I know that just from getting my hair cut. I think that is a very, very easy, and
would you have known that, Jax?
I mean, I don't know much, but yeah. It seems like not only is she not cut hair before, maybe she's never had her hair cut professionally, because you would know that just having experience.
It's even if you're not professionally, even just in someone's living room.
Yeah.
You get your hair cut once and your neck itches, you're like, I get it. I understand what's happening. I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I did write down this line. You already mentioned it, but I write down, I decided not to let my writing interfere with my life. Now, dumbest sentence I've ever heard? Probably. Is her writing about her life? Yes, a lot of it is based on her life. So 1, stupid. 2, you got a book deal. This is part of your life. It is. I'm sorry. If you do this, if you decide to not let writing interfere with your life, then you've decided to not write. That's what that means. You doofus.
Hey, be kind.
Why does
Be kind.
Why does Lee? Okay, I'll try my best. Why is Lee?
Use a different word. Not doofus.
Not doofus. I said stupid earlier. Fine.
I don't want that either.
Doofus.
I don't want
okay.
stupid or doofus.
Nimrod. Can I get away with Nimrod?
She has a complete lack of work ethic.
Yeah, no work ethic. She's
there
too busy not going to dinner with Nathan. So Lee sprains his back, stays in the hospital as long as he does when he had that big concussion. No big deal. But when he goes home, he relaxes in his bathrobe over his dress shirt. Is it an episode of The Honeymooners or when Ricky Ricardo is homesick? Why in the world does he have a dress shirt and pants on under a bathrobe with a sprained back?
I got to be honest. I actually think those are Jesse's pants.
Nicely
He just cut
done.
that scene. Very good. Nice callback, Brand.
I couldn't get over the fact that he's in a full dress attire with a robe on over top of it. And you said in the intro, in the synopsis, Brian, that there's not a single racist person in Hope Valley. And that might be true, but we did have Lee and Rosemary dress baby Jack up as a caballero for laughs. And I want to
Guys, that was rough.
I want to be clear. They thought it would be funny to get a traditional Mexican cowboy outfit, giant sombrero. It's not Halloween. Giant sombrero, giant overcoat, bright colors, and they just laugh and laugh. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah. It was a choice.
That was brutal, man.
I think even if it was Halloween, it would have been still
even
a
Halloween
little.
would be bad.
Yeah.
But like, what? Where did they have that at the Mercantile? Did Lee walk in and go, Ned, listen, do you have a baby caballero outfit? Because I got a bit that's going to crush. This bit is going to crush. I'm going to put a 2-year-old
Ned's
in
like,
it.
I've been saving this for a rainy
We're
day.
going to laugh at the Mexican cowboys. It's going to be hysterical.
Yeah.
Jack is so white. It's going to be funny. Like, and Ned's like, well, let me check in the back. I sold my last one to Jack. sold my last one to Bill Avery. Don't ask. What do you want from me? It's wild.
Say what you will, but we never had this type of racism before Bill Abbott left. So
not this type, no.
Not this type. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So everyone can quiet down. It's time for Hopes and Valleys, the part of the show we talk about one of this episode.
But I can't say doofus.
That's exactly right. Hopes and Valleys. You get it. Anything giving you hope or bumming you out for the future of this program?
I think a hope is that I love Florence and Ned's relationship. I think they're so cute together. I love how fiercely protective she is of him. I think that I think that I wish that we devoted some more screen time to that. Things that are bumming me. Oh, and I also really like Viv Leacock, and I'm glad that he's in town.
Who?
I'm sorry. Joseph
the new guy.
Viv
The new
Leacock.
guy.
Yes,
He's
the
gonna
new
run the
guy.
gas station.
What's his name?
Viv Leacock.
That's a great name.
He was also in Haley Dean Mysteries.
Oh,
And I'm
which
excited
we
that
love.
we're
We
going to see
ate
a
those
preacher.
up.
Wait,
ate
did you
those up.
actually?
We've never seen him.
Oh my gosh, you're actually so good, you guys. Real buddy comedy thing. But I
love buddy
digress.
comedies.
I think that, and also I will say what's bumming me out, just to piggyback on what you said, Bran, I'm not here for the Robert Alley romance either.
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable, and I know some of what we're going to see later, and it's not too cringe, but it's not. I don't know how you'll end up.
I think we speak for everyone in the world that's not related to the actors that play Allie and Robert when we say no.
I think maybe even they're not rooting for it,
even
right?
they're like, why?
They're
What?
like, do we have to?
Yeah.
Do you think Robert's, the actor that plays Robert, he couldn't ride a horse in real life, and they're like, we'll work it in the show.
We'll make it a bit.
We'll make it a thing.
It's possible. Yeah, I mean, my hope continues to be fully in Gowan and what we're going to see with Gowan. I think he's the most exciting. Gowan's back. Gowan continues to be the most exciting part of this show, and I am here for it. And you know what? I'm not going to let anything bum me out today. I'm not here for that.
I have a new hope, and that hope is when the day that Bran has to renounce his alley standship. That is going to be a big day. And I'm so excited for that day.
I think I know the episode it's going to be, too.
Oh, wow. You heard it here. It's happening. Sorry. Oh, yeah, that stings, doesn't it? My valley is that episode probably isn't next week. So, got to wait. Something. But you know what? I got something to hope for the first time in a long time. So thanks, Bran. I appreciate it.
No worries, buddy.
Yeah.
It's time for what's called my heart. I hopefully don't run out of emails.
We're gonna. I mean, if we were to do a batch of 20 of these in a row, we'd run out probably.
You know what would be really amazing is if I don't know, all the double deckers wrote an email tonight.
Just something.
Or if they would have done it a week ago. That would have been amazing.
Yeah,
they could go back in time
if they could go back
and
do
it.
Before Bramblefest.
Yeah, before Bramblefest.
That would be awesome.
You guys, is there a time machine?
Cool.
That would be really cool if everybody did that and sent one to hello@deckthehallmark.com, just for the hypothetical.
In case we bashed them out instead of did the thing where Ted sends them down.
But I'm enjoying my time with Ted.
Who isn't?
Who isn't? Who isn't?
Do we have anything?
We do. It's from Julie Nicewander. You can email us hello@deckthehallmark.com.
I thought you were going to give her email. You can email her.
You can find her. Her social security number is, she banks at Truist Bank. Hi, boys. First off, thanks for all you do. You've heard it before, and you'll hear it again. You guys are the best. Oh, thanks, Julie. You're doing God's work by watching When Calls the Heart. I've never seen it and don't plan to, but I never miss a review episode. What's calling my heart is remembering a Ben Savage story from around 2007, 2008. You're a Ben Savage
You know I love Ben Savage. You know I love Ben Savage.
We'll offline about that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No,
do you have a Ben Savage story?
I've heard things.
Do you have a Ben Savage story?
Have you met him?
No,
Did you have to interview him for the?
We have to offline about it.
Yeah. Sorry, that was total. I love you. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm done. We'll cut this.
We don't talk about Fred, but I love Ben Savage.
Oh, I
was fresh out of. I'm going to just cut you off in the past there. I was fresh out of college, and my friends and I moved all across the country. So we all spread out, I think, is what
I think that's what she's saying there.
For our first reunion, we visited a friend in California. One night we went to an LA club. Oh boy.
Can I stop you right here? I think that this is going to paint Ben Savage in a positive light.
Okay. My friends and I were pretending to fit in when we spotted Ben Savage in a private area of the club.
I still feel good about this.
It was closed off by partitions and ropes. Still feel good.
Oh, I love partitions.
But we managed to get as close as possible to attempt to meet him. He was dancing and bouncing around like he was having some Coke, parentheses, Coca-Cola, or maybe Pepsi. Who can tell?
I don't think he does that.
Yeah, he would never drink caffeine. Somehow I got close enough to his group, and he noticed us. He came up to me and said,
No.
I think it's going to be okay.
Where are you girls from?
Okay.
You look like you're a bunch of sorority sisters from Indiana.
I don't like that.
When I told him that we were, in fact, sorority sisters from Indiana, we all went to Indiana University.
Wow.
He lost it and started dying laughing. He called his friends over and said, I called it. They are from Indiana.
He called it, everybody.
And proceeded to make fun of us. Too much Coke? A cola? Maybe, but he was being a jerk. I was too surprised to come up with a witty response, so I walked away equally mad and embarrassed. I am sure there are plenty of lovely stories about great encounters with Ben, but mine was not one of them. Sorry, Bran, this girl was not happy to meet that boy. Merry Christmas, and thanks for creating this lovely DTH community. Julie Nicewander, P.S. We love you, Panda. Late there, Julie. Sorry.
He's still alive.
We'll pass it along, Tim. Julie, how do you feel about me? I liked your email. It was very funny. I liked the way it ended. I'm trying to get in your good graces, Julie.
Wow, what a great email. Email us hello@deckthehallmark.com. And
Please
seriously,
don't ruin Brand's love of Ben Savage any more than necessary.
Listen, it's nothing sacred anymore.
Nothing.
Listen, even my love of the Savage Brothers is falling apart. It's nothing is good in my life anymore. It's just I hate it all. Everything.
Allie's in with
everything is
Robert.
awful. Everything is awful. And you know I like thinking like this. You know I like being positive.
That's right.
If you're hearing my voice, hello@deckthehallmark.com, especially maybe if you're watching it live. Hello@deckthehallmark.com. Send a what's calling my heart. Let's kind of see where we can go with this thing. We'll be back next week with another one. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark is the That Sounds Fun podcast. It's produced by Tracy Noah's name. It's recorded live in, that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com.